theme song. Oh wait, yep. This theme song is fucking crank, bro. Yo, I've never seen anything you done that wasn't fire as fuck.
Thank you, my bro. Much bliss.
Much bliss. I'm gonna let him rock out.
Rock out with your cock out. Can this be heard right now?
Yeah.
Can people hear over the music?
Maybe. We could have to see in the end.
What?
Alright, dude. Let's get it. Alright, bliss, 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 more bliss. I would say peace, but I want you to have it all.
All of it. All of it.
All of it.
Take it all in. Don't
Take it all in. Alright.
Don't choke on it. Just take it in.
Yeah, no?
We got the manatee for humanity.
Wow.
Showing love.
The manatee for humanity is here. It is I. And womanity.
It is I.
You know. Oh my gosh. So the eagle, my homie, peace. Peace to the fam. I see. Moabites. Alright. So the eagle. We got a whole thing on it. Alright, my homegirl Tammy says, can you go in on the eagle real quick? She got visited by an eagle today. And she posted a picture.
Wow.
Yeah, it was dope. She messaged me and literally said, like, hey, look who visited me. And I was like, alright, bet. So, I looked at her picture. It was an eagle. And I said, wow, did I even tell you about the whole eagle? You know.
Wait. What kind of eagle was it, my bro?
Well, you know, it was like the bald eagle because it had the white head.
Really?
Yeah.
Me and my homie was walking the other day, bro, and there was a falcon on the ground just walking alongside of us, bro.
Goddamn. Falcon. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I'm not trying to, like, pull my dick out and, like, show how long it is, but it's pretty long. I one time was driving, and I clipped an eagle on the right hand, on the driver's side, on the left.
Bro, don't say that. What? Don't say that?
I thought
they ticket your ass.
No. It was soaring low. And I guess it thought that it could get behind me, but I was driving straight. The joint hit the back end of my car, or the van. I was in that band.
Ah, the bird ran into you.
The bird ran into me, my G. So
did you get his insurance information? What are you talking about?
I told him that if any damage occurred, I'd talk to his fucking. He would be hearing from my lawyer, you know. But yeah, the whole time the bird, the eagle clipped my driver's side rear, and the band, yeah, they believed me when I told them. I was like, yo, you would never believe what happened on my way here. Like, I was dropping off the van back to, one of the bandmates. And I was like, yo, I swear to God, I clipped it. And they were like, how do you know it was an eagle? Is because I saw its white head and its golden arms that was long as a bitch when I looked in my rearview mirror to see if it was okay. I saw it, and then it just got up off the ground because it hit, and there was no one behind me, and then it got up and flew away. But that joint was huge, and it was bald, white head, and it had... So, and then one time, though, Ja, I swear I was at that place where I was serving that. Remember I was serving the year before last?
Mm-hmm. The restaurant.
The restaurant joint. There was one time I saw 3 eagles flying up above me there, and I was like, I didn't believe that they was eagles at first, but I was like, yo, are these eagles? And I called the cook out, and I said, are these eagles, bro? He said, those is really eagles right now. And they had white heads, you could tell. It's crazy. They be out in Maryland, like. So, Tam want to know what the eagle's about. I said, listen, I could tell you, but I will have to type for another hour. I should just go live. You feel me?
Word. Listening, bro. You can't help yourself.
I really can't. And let's make this a little 20-minute joint. I'll go in real quick and over.
Are you taking it back from are you taking it back to Kemet, or where we starting at?
Now we're gonna be right here on this land. This is Egypt.
All right, got you.
So here at North America, Egypt, whatnot, we had many nations, right? These nations were different families, and they were pretty much all, I was going to say that they were part of a confederacy, but that comes later. You'll see with this story of the eagle. So the nations of this land, you got like literally we're talking about the Mohawks. So the Mohawks were one of the specific nations I'm talking about. I'm talking about 5 nations. They were in the Northeast Territory, like Canada, New York State, Connecticut, Massachusetts, maybe Rhode Island. This was all Iroquois stuff, the Iroquois Confederacy, right? But the Iroquois is what they was being called by the people that came onto this land. They called themselves, however, Haudenosaunee. How do I know this? Well, I do my due diligence. I read. I like to read. So everyone, go look this stuff up. It's not hidden. I just read it, and I remembered it because it's a great story. And I got children, so I'm going to tell my children. Everything that I learned so that my children are not stupid until they're 26 like I was. Because I'm still 26 and I'm still stupid. So.
No, I wouldn't say that, bro.
Well, if I would have learned all this.
I wouldn't say you stupid, but you learned it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that wasn't readily given to us. Our parents didn't even have it, bro.
And that's
bullshit.
We
were stupid, they stupid shit.
My parents is definitely stupid. I'm gonna be the first one. My father maybe not so much because he's starting to see the light, but my mom's is definitely.
I can feel you on that.
My mom's is gone, so she's definitely lost. But if I would have had this at a younger age, I'm sure I'd be way more smarter now. So, what I'm saying is that the Haudenosaunee, that's Haudenosaunee. I just said that off the top of my head too, and I know it's a fact. So the Haudenosaunee, you need me to spell it again off the top of my head? I'll do it again. Haudenosaunee, Haudenosaunee, or Haudenosaunee. You would call them Iroquois if you were conquering the land. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they did not call themselves that. They called themselves Haudenosaunee, which means before, or the before, or from before, right? Which is crazy. They're talking about who are you. If you tell someone who you are and you're like, oh, I'm from before. Damn! That's a deep name for a tribe. But that's what they call themselves.
Yeah.
The Haudenosaunee.
Before what?
Totally. Not exactly, but totally.
That's what I say. If you're not asking that question, bro, you're not a true seeker of knowledge.
You're not even
so
listening.
That's the first thing I thought about.
Yeah. If you ain't asking that question, you're not even listening. So, here we go. The Haudenosaunee, they were a confederacy of 5 tribes. But before they became a confederacy, those 5 individual tribes were consisting of, one would be the Mohawks, right? So everyone loves Mohawks, you know, especially Europeans. They love Mohawks. Now, that tribe is in this story specifically, right? And as well as 4 other tribes. One person from the tribe of King Hiawatha, or he was like a second strand king, like his older brother was really doing the shit around that tribe, but he was like, damn, my older brother's a dick. So he was tired of being underneath of his older brother, but not because of subordinates, only because his older brother was an asshole and he was ruling all the other 4 or 5 tribes. He was ruling them by way of violence. So Hiawatha said, damn, dude, you know how much bullshit has come from war? We need to put an end to war in this 5 nations. He said, my wife and my daughter had been killed. His wife and daughter had been killed in war. He said, my wife and daughter died from war. I know there's other people that have felt what I felt, this pain of grievance from war. So there must be an end. That's what Hiawatha said to himself. So he went to his older brother. His older brother said, nah, Tadaho. His older brother's name was Tadaho. Tadaho said, nah, why would I give up war? I'm the most powerful king of all the 5 nations. They all submit to our nation because of what I do. And Hiawatha was like, yeah, but we don't need to do that. We could be peaceful. He had heard of other nations in the far lands being peaceful and living together. But his brother didn't want it. His brother wanted power. All right? Now, this is facts. This is what actually happened in life. In like the 1400s. It would be like around the 14, maybe 13 hundo. So Hiawatha leaves his nation and goes to the next nation over to seek the peacemaker, the peacekeeper. The peacekeeper was an older man, an elder of all the 5 tribes. And he listened to Hiawatha only because when Hiawatha came to the peacekeeper, he had nothing to give. And so what did he do? He beaded a necklace, or he beaded a string of beads together. And he said the beads on the outside are white and the beads on the inside are purple. And he said, what? That they could all be together because of love. You know, the string is the one binding all those beads together, even though they're all separate colors, the whites and the purples. So Hiawatha gave that to the peacekeeper. The peacekeeper says, wow, I've never seen strings and beads be used to tell a story before. He thought Hiawatha was interesting, so he listened to his story. So Hiawatha comes in and says, hey, my family has been killed by war. I don't want these 5 nations to war any longer. I would rather us have a peace treaty between all of our nations. He told him that he talked to the leader of his tribe, his older brother Tadaho. Tadaho doesn't want to give up his power because he's the most powerful in all the 5 tribes. So the peacekeeper listens and says, I know the person we should go talk to. So they go to a 3rd tribe, feel me? And they speak to an elder woman. The elder woman, because we come from a matriarchal society, she obviously was like, you know, she was popping in her tribe. Like, everyone comes to her longhouse for everything. So she was known throughout all the 5 tribes, as was Tadaho, which was Hiawatha's older brother, but he was a tyrant. That's why he was known. And then the peacemaker was known through all the 5 tribes because he was the peacemaker. So they go to the elder woman to say, listen, we've come up with an idea. We want peace between all the 5 tribes. All we have to do is get your tribe, the elder woman, because the peacemaker could get his tribe, and then Hiawatha would have to convince Tadaho, which is his tyrant asshole brother, which would be hard. But they say as long as we get the other 4 tribes, it will be easier to get Tadaho to, submit to peace. Once we have all of us, they have to go to the Mohawks, which was a older nation in that confederacy. They go to the Mohawks agree. They go to I think that was all of them. Yeah, they go to the Mohawks, they all agree. Now, no. They have one more tribe, because Tadaho was the last. They go to the Mohawks agree, and then they go to the 4th tribe. They were a younger tribe, and they were like not really trying to go with it because they were afraid of Tadaho's, tyranny. They said, damn, this dude could really snap anytime. Like, I don't know if I want to rock the boat with this so-called peace treaty. And they also thought, if we say peace, doesn't that leave us more exposed to you guys? Now, the Mohawks, being the older tribe, they said, yo, well, if they're not going to sign it because they're the younger bulls, we ain't going to sign it. And then the elder woman, she was, and speaking for her tribe, she says, damn, now that all this chaos is going on, Peacemaker stands up and says, listen, we will not have any more war. Haven't we seen what war does to families? We've all felt the pain. No need to be afraid of Tadaho, because there's no doubt in my mind that once we all go to him with unity, and then Hiawatha said he had a great idea. He said, why don't we go to Tadaho and tell him he'll be the leader of all of our peace, all of our tribes. And they thought that was stupid as well, because then they said, damn, then he'll really have control. But they said, no, if we give him reign over the peace treaty, then he might be more likely to accept the peace treaty, and then we can actually have peace between all 5 tribes. Now, this is getting to the eagle. Stick with me. This is all about the eagle right here, war and peace. So stick with me.
I'm right here.
I'm talking to everyone else that's like, what are you doing, Lovechile?
I'm about to say, I'm right here listening, bro.
Man, some peeps, their attention span be like rat pellets. You feel me? He said eagle. He's talking about what now? You've been going for damn 15 minutes, Lovechile. Feel me out. Walk with me. You got to get there. But this is what it's all about. The eagle is a symbolization of the peace treaty that we're talking about. This is the first, well, I don't know about first, but we're talking about this land right here, known as North America. Hello? And the so-called United States of America that is occupying this land, that took it over from who? The natives of the land. We're talking about the natives of the land. So here we go. Boom. Hiawatha goes to his older brother with all the other tribes. He got the peacemaker, which is leader of one tribe. He has the elder woman, which is leader of another tribe. He has the Mohawks, and he has the younger tribe of the Mohawks. Now all they have to do is what? Go to the 5th tribe, which is Tadaho, which is Hiawatha's home tribe. So he goes home with all the other leaders of the other 4 tribes, and they say to Tadaho, they say, listen, Tadaho, we want a peace. We want a peace treaty between all of the tribes, because war gets to us. War has been killing us all. We've all lost someone, and we're tired of it. We're tired of losing family. We're tired of feeling this grief that we could easily stop if we just stop killing each other. All right? What happens? First, Tadaho gets mad as fuck because he's like, yo, y'all would come to me like y'all did this behind my back. Like, I will fucking kill you, all of y'all. War now. Like, Tadaho was ready to snap like that. Like, yo, war now. And then the younger bulls, not the Mohawks, but the younger tribe, Tadaho already really reigned over them. So he's like looking at them like, yo, as soon as we get done, it's going down with y'all tribe. You're done. Now, Hiawatha says, listen, Tadaho, we want you to be the leader of the Confederacy. We want you to control the peace. And then he gets this idea. Tadaho, his older brother, gets this idea, says, wow, if I'm the leader of the peace, then I can really reign. You know how much I can do with everybody submitting to me and no one's fighting on purpose? Damn. He said, you know what? This is a great idea. You know what? Peace treaty, I signed that. But then the elder woman, she said, ooh, you know what, Tadaho? You a bitch nigga. She said, I see it in your face. You just want a peace treaty so you can control all of us, don't you? And she was like, he was like, you know, I should throw you out of my longhouse. A woman speaking to me like this. She said, why don't you go ahead? Because I heard everything you do to other women. You know, she said, I heard you a woman beater. Go ahead and beat me. You see what I'm saying? She said, you do all this crazy shit. You kill women and children. Kill me right here, right now. She said, because all you want this peace for is to what? Control us all. So go ahead. You might as well start right here. Kill me, motherfucker. So Tadaho sits back and was like, damn, yo, this woman is like geek. So he stopped and was like, wow, this is real shit. And she saw the change of heart at him right there in that moment. So they ended up doing the peace treaty. Like, all right, bet. And they put Tadaho at the front of the peace. And it's a 5-nation peace treaty. Once he had that click in his head, like, wow, she was right. I need to, you know, I do treat women shitty. I am a tyrant. I am a dickhead. You know, maybe the peace is more of what the whole land needs. Maybe I can get farther. He's like, maybe with all 5 of our nations together, if anything happens, we have a whole army of 5 nations rather than one nation fighting another nation. And then, you know, so Tadaho gets a change of heart. They do the peace treaty. And what happens? The peacemaker, you feel me, takes the leaders of all 5 tribes. The peacemaker takes the leader of all 5 tribes. Here goes the eagle. Once Tadaho assumed position as leader of the treaty, peacemaker says, let's go to the woods. They go to the woods. All the leaders of the 5 tribes have their what? Have their spears or their bows and arrows. What's up, Tam? You just jumped right in at the meat and potatoes. You just skipped all the backstory. But it's okay. Here we go. The eagle right here. So the leader, the peacemaker takes the leaders of all the 5 tribes. Boom. To the woods, and he says, I want all of you to give me your staves and your bow and an arrow. So they all gave him 1 arrow, right? And 1 staff, which would make 10 things. He takes the 5 arrows that they gave him. Excuse me. He takes 1 arrow and breaks it. Bang. And then he takes 5 arrows and he tries to break it. He says, see, there's power in unity, and one is nothing, but together we're strong. You see, 1 arrow will break, but 5 arrows is strong. See, 1 nation was nothing, but together all of our nations is everything. So he bound those 5 arrows together, and he took their spears, right? They dug up a pine tree. You see what I'm saying? They're strong men. They're leaders of the fucking tribes. And the elder woman, obviously. But they dig up this pine tree whole. And then he takes all of their spears and the 5 arrows and they put it underneath the pine tree. And they replant the pine tree. Okay? Once they replanted the pine tree with their weapons underneath of it, an eagle flew on top of the pine tree and landed. And the peacemaker says, look, let this be a totem. Let this be a symbol from the universe, from the God, from all law. From all law, all that there is. Watch, look at this. An eagle just landed and we just planted our weapons as a sign of unity underneath of a pine tree, and an eagle just landed on it. Let this be a sign of what? Unity, of peace, of nationhood. And this is where we get, look at my Louis Vuitton. Look at my Louis Vuitton wallet. Made in France. But listen to me stunting on them. You go in here, I pull out a $1 out of my wad of hundos. And right next to the Great Seal pyramid would be, can I focus? Would be what? An eagle with what? 5 arrows on it. Damn, it ain't trying to let me focus on it. But if you look at a $1 bill, you're going to see an eagle right here next to the Great Seal Pyramid. This eagle has 5 motherfucking arrows in its hand. Oh, wait, no, it don't. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. I guess that would be for what, the 13 colonies? Because they're biting off of our shit. We were 5 colonies with 5 arrows that put them together. They were 13 colonies that did what? Overtook this land and did what? They took the idea that we had. It was called unity and it was called a nationhood. So they, instead of being different separate states and colonies, they decided to be what? A federacy, a confederacy, a federal government. Confederacy. Federal. You see?
The federales.
Federales. You see what I'm saying? So it's like what they did, and this is where you get the Constitution. Okay, so also, remember how I said Hiawatha, when he went to go see the Peacemaker, he banded those beads together, and he said that the strand is love, and love is what's holding the beads together, even though they were different colors. Now, as soon as they put their 5 arrows underneath the pine tree, and the eagle landed on the pine tree as a symbol of peace, they went back, and Hiawatha weaved another beaded thing. he weaved another beaded thing together, and that was their confederacy. This one had more white beads, more purple beads, stranded together to show that the unity and love. And it also has a symbol on it that you'll see Erykah Badu wearing at the Soul Train Awards last year, because she's woke as fuck. Secondly, if she's not woke, she just got people around her that be saying this shit and put it on her, like, so she can look the part. Either way, she doing something. Either way. But all I'm saying is, the eagle is a sign of peace that predates. I don't like history. I don't like historical because it's his story, and my story is Miss story, and then our story is not even a word. And then, but I want the whole story. So the eagle predates the so-called Constitution for the United States of America. Why? Because the Constitution for the Confederacy, the Iroquois Confederacy, the Haudenosaunees, was where the Articles of Confederacy was drafted from. Benjamin Franklin took the idea. He had read all this. They came here and studied us. You think they're going to take over some land and not study the people on the land? They studied all of our shit. Been what happened, been, since we was in fucking over there. Since it was all one, since Pangea. They studied everything. And not only did they study everything, they took the great stuff, like how we had a peace treaty between 5 nations, warring nations. And how eagle landed on the tree when we decided to come together. We drafted a document, but really it was just weaved beads. That was our symbol, or that was the draft, the bond. See, when you write a paper, when they said we the people and they did all this and they all signed it, that's the same thing as if I just put some shit together and I say, here, look at this, and let this one thing that I just did be a testament. Like this tarot card. If I take this tarot card, if I made this, right? If I make this, what is this? The 5 of Wands. Wow, that's my number too. That's crazy.
That is your number, bro.
I'm about to look this up when we get off here because I just whole time
It's your number, bro.
I just flipped a tarot card and it was the 5 of Wands. It's my favorite number. And I'm holding my wand too. It's kind of cool. But anywho, yo, all right. So if
wait a minute, what? Oh, okay. You are holding a wand. Thought that was like a joke or like a dirty joke.
It is a dirty joke.
You nasty mofo. Keep going, my G.
So if I would have made this piece of paper, just drew on it and said, hey, let this piece of paper be an attestment, and let it be a symbolism or whatever, symbol of what we did today. You don't have to sign it, but I'll leave it right here. This card. That's what they basically do every time they pass a law or a bill or they do the Emancipation Proclamation. They do it on paper. Like, they could say it out loud, but it's like, hold on, wait. You said it, but it's not, I don't really remember. But if I have this piece of paper here, it's going to be here. Even if this piece of paper got fried, we'll always remember, hey, remember when you fried that piece of paper that represented the day we had a peace treaty? Like, you fried our peace treaty, bro. Which means the peace treaty is abstract. It's not tangible, but we bring it into tangibility, which is called magic. Hello? When you take something from the abstract and make it tangible, don't we call that hocus pocus?
Mm-hmm.
And what do we call it when you write? Spelling. So how could you even do a law? You have to write on a piece of paper, which is spelling, and that piece of paper shows everyone what the law is. You just committed magic. That's crazy. That's cool. But people don't look at it like that. The Iroquois Confederacy was something abstract. They could have just done it from now on. But when Hiawatha weaved those beads, that was a symbol that hung there as that. They can still break that treaty. The symbol don't do nothing. The beads ain't shit. The piece of paper that they write on that says, hey, this is the Constitution. It's just a piece of paper. However, the magic of it pierces through. It just pierces through the veil. It takes it abstract and makes it real. It makes it three-dimensional. And can I go here? Because I want to say that four-dimensional, I don't think is the highest level. I think it was probably four-dimensional and it comes to three. Like, when I'm thinking of it, it's four-dimensional. But if I bring it into reality, it's three-dimensional. Now, when I go back to my source energy, I think I become one-dimensional. People think one-dimensional is so small. I think one-dimensional is the highest you can go. I think I'm going to end on that.
Why is that?
Well, because all is one and one is all.
Ooh, boy, I think you blew my motherfucker's mind, bro. God damn.
Why would I want to be on the sixth dimension? I want to be on the first one.
I'm going to add to that, fam. Just check it out. Now, on that movie, on the movie Ant-Man, and I don't even know if you've seen it, right? My man shrunk down smaller. That kind of goes into that law as above, so below.
Wow.
Because there's dimensions within, even when you shrink down. So wouldn't all be one? So the first dimension. Yeah, I thought if you shrunk down small enough and you went into the one dimension, you would actually be
in like fucking thousands
expanding. Yeah, into the all.
In the all. Like, exactly. If it's above, it's below. If microcosm is macrocosm and blah, blah, blah. It's like if I go down to the first dimension, I'm literally going to like the 20th dimension. I'm back again. Now I got to start over. It's like
exactly backwards.
Backwards. It's going backwards. Now if I go forward, which I think
there is no negative.
Yeah, like if I go to the fourth dimension, which I think is going forward, I think I'm going to the fifth, I think I'm going to the sixth dimension. Whoa, I'm ascending. No, I'm going backwards because above is below and below is above. Anywho, I'm stupid. I'm crazy. I deserve a padded room.
Bro, we both some crazy motherfuckers. Listen, you just blew my mind.
Don't bump me against the wall. Mystical.
Bro, oh my God.
Oh my God. Yo, I said I was going to do a 15, 20 minute one. This 30 minutes, it ain't bad, but that was the whole eagle. That was the eagle story right there. I could have gone straight to it like, oh yeah, we had a war. It was 5 nations. We just said, no more war, peace. We put Tadaho at the head. He didn't want to be the head. He wanted war, but he realized that it was better. And then we put our arrows together and realized 5 is stronger than 1. Buried them under a pine tree. An eagle landed on it and said, hey, wow, this must be a symbol from the gods. And then what? An eagle was the symbol for peace on our land, which is still our land, occupied by different people. And even those people use the eagle as a symbol for this land still. Damn. But those people aren't acting in peace, are they? Damn. I can't let you go without thinking about that. Huh? They still using the eagle? And they at war with us at the land? And we the people of the land. And they tell us we're from somewhere else. They say we're from Africa. They say we're from Africa, America. But wait, I thought Pangea was a thing. I thought the whole world was one, so Africa and America are the same thing. At least they were. But oh my God, Africa is America. Africa, America. I get it.
Bro, if you put the continents back together, do they not link right up?
African Americans is literally the most perfect statement. It's just not so specific. So when they told us that, they were telling us the truth like they always do. We're just not smart enough to keep going and thinking. We just take it. It's like spoon-fed. Say African American, cool. And we're good. Belly's full. We can feel good about ourselves and feel like we got something. We don't want to do no real work. They don't want to read about about Hiawatha. They don't want to know that this is really their land and that the Mohawks are dark-skinned people, and they don't want to know that the eagle was really our thing, and that they don't want to know that. And then if you show them, they're gonna say
they never do.
And then if you show them, they're gonna say, oh well, I don't get involved with politics. This is your stuff.
But you vote. But you vote. That ain't yours.
But you vote.
You vote.
But you don't vote. So you what? So you're incompetent. Even more, because you just think that by sitting back and doing nothing is gonna help something. At least not voting and being active in your actual society of dark-skinned people, light-skinned people, all people.
Yeah, your community.
Your community, the one you live in. You can go as far as Earth. You can say, hey, I live in a ghetto. It's all dark-skinned peeps. I'm gonna get involved here. It's like. Come on, man. People, they're
not ready, bro.
Yeah, they not ready, dude. They just want to be. They just want to think about it, not do it. So, yeah, man. Great talk, guys.
Yeah, man. You're too funny, bro. I swear.
I feel good about it, man. I love.
People was arguing me down. I had took this class, bro, and I was telling them, like, nah, man, I don't vote. And they're like, well, how are you going to make a difference? How about I'm going to be the best damn neighbor I can be in my community?
Yeah, how about I study the history of this actual land and re-erect the republic that was overthrown by the so-called democracy? Huh? That is actually the fraudulent people that are doing business here. Huh? Why don't
Stop Dick Gregory and these guys, bro?
Hey,
man, they need it though.
Peace, Tam. Alright, I'm getting off live, but we gonna keep going. Me and Jock, cause we do this. We just does this. So bliss up. Oh,
yeah.
Bliss Facebook.
Bliss up.
I wouldn't say peace, but I want y'all to have it all. You dig.
Have it all.
You dig. So, but yeah. So Facebook's out of here. Let me get rid of these dudes on YouTube too. Get out of here, guys. Go prove me wrong. Go find everything that I said was a lie. Matter of fact, it's all true, but go find out the things that I was wrong about. You know what I mean? Go say, oh my God, you said this, but it was actually this. You said it was the 1300s, but it was actually 1100s. Yeah, go do that. Prove me wrong. Go back and teach me. Peace.